The extremist right-wing fraction Australian Defence League released a new video this month, in which they visited 5 different South Brisbane mosques, held provocative banners whilst using various foul language throughout the video. The video was full of misinformation that the Muslim community has decided to respond to.
We have been made aware of an anti-mosque video done by interstate members of a right-wing extremist group called the Australian Defence League. We are also aware of a call for protests against the mosque on 10th of October. While we support the right wing of every Australian to peacefully protest, we strongly condemn the abusive words and provocative action of these individuals. The video is full of misinformation, and we strongly urge the Muslim community not to respond to any provocation by the extremist. Police at very high level has reassured us that they will not tolerate any mischief and will provide full support to the Australian Muslims against any threat from the right-wing extremists. Again, I stress it is in our best interest not to get involved in any way that may detriment to our community.
I'm aware that some interstate members of ADL came to Brisbane and with some posters, and they came out to Holland Park Mosque when nobody was around. Now, look, these people say that they're protesting mosques and they're protesting Islam and they want to ban Islam, but they don't understand this, that Islam and the practice of faith is actually enshrined in the Constitution and Australian law. So while Australians have a right to protest anything they want, what these people are actually protesting is the Australian law and the Australian way of life, which allows people to practice their faith, build their religious buildings, and practice the faith without harming anybody. And that's what Muslims have been doing for over 150 years. So these people are un-Australian. They are against Australian Constitution, and I think in the guise of patriots, they are nothing but a bunch of right-wing extremists with very limited knowledge. One more thing they said in the video is that the memorial gardens behind the Holland Park Mosque are for soldiers, but it's not for a soldier. It's called Memorial Gardens. It's actually a crematorium, and that crematorium was built 26 years after the mosque was established. That land was owned by Muslim people who actually sold it to the people who run the crematorium. That's about 80 years ago. So mosque came first, the crematorium came afterwards. I urge them that instead of coming out in the mosque when nobody's around, give us a call, come down, and you know what, I'll invite them inside the mosque, I'll show them, I'll show what mosques are, what we do in the mosque, I'll talk to them. And if they have genuine fears or concerns about Islam and Muslims, I will address them.
The extremists in the video urge members and supporters to gather outside mosques on the 10th of October and demonstrate.
No Sharia, no! No Sharia!
The Islamic Council of Queensland and the Queensland Police will be holding a meeting. They will both work together to ensure safety and peace, if anything happens on the day.